Are you provoking your audiences to want to know more? We're going to talk about that. Now, in order to do that, you got to shift the paradigm. And the first thing that we have to remember as marketers and leaders in our organizations is that we are not in the business of convincing. We are in the business of converting. It is not your job or your brand's job to try to speak to everybody in the world, hoping that they're going to resonate with your message and ultimately buy. Incorrect. It is your brand's job to speak to the few who have the highest probability of buying, will most deeply resonate with the heart pain message that you're speaking, and ultimately want to engage and take the next step. Which side are we on today, my friends? Are we convincing or converting? Maybe a blend? Maybe you've got a couple audiences that are really nailed down, right? And you're like, I feel like we're doing okay over here, but we're throwing darts at the dartboard over there. We have got to eliminate ineffective storytelling. You know, the thing with storytelling is that at its core, it's beautiful, right? And in fact, Donald Miller came out with this incredible book. We all know Donald Miller. I love him. He's great. His whole philosophy was that stop making it about us, make it about the customer, right? Make them the hero, the heart of the story. Do you know what the problem is, though? My fellow story lovers, we made it all about, we went rogue with story, didn't we? Did anybody teach us how to write the story? Not really. Story, at its core, is a one-way monologue. One person talking and one person listening. Is your brand speaking to somebody or creating room for engagement? Here's the deal. We also have to get over the FOMO. When you build brand, you cannot care about what your competition is doing. Your brand is not about your competition. Your brand is about you. If your brand is blue and green, why in the world would you go try to be blue and green because they're successful being blue and green? You're just going to be in a sea of blue and green. Are you going to stick out? No. Go be orange. Go be purple. Go be hot pink. Go be Barbie pink. We have to stop trying to speak to everybody. We have got to be willing to put stakes in the ground and niche in. Now, I talk a lot about this with my thesis around the brand trifecta of how do you get to that point of building the message. If you have more than a few target audiences that are well-defined, you need to think about it. Have you prioritized who you're actually speaking to? In fact, do you understand the 1 or 2 or 3 groups who make up the majority of your revenue? You're going to always have outliers. Are you trying to speak to the outliers or the ones who actually have readiness to buy? The goal here is to be provocative, confident, not cocky. Now, I will tell you, I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, land of the passive-aggressive. Do I see a hand back there from Minneapolis? Yes. Okay, you know what? Can we just call this out? Midwest culture or American culture, they say, oh, heavens to Betsy, Kate, you can't be type A or confident or anything else. And I just want to push us on this for a second. I am not saying that your brand needs to be cocky or pretentious, but does your brand provoke a response where somebody sees it and goes, interesting, what do they mean by that? Hang on a second, I want to know more. The art of provocation in branding and in language and in writing is about understanding that at our core as humans, we want to know more. And if we're just telling people things that they already know, we're inundating with too much information, we have not created a brand response. And we're certainly not going to create brand loyalty then. Are you provoking? Because, my friends, if you are hiding behind your brand with a tagline that says, we do IT consulting, probably not going to provoke somebody to want to know more. Right?